This video is actually inspired of one of my clients, Igor, and it's gonna be about which services and platforms can you actually use where you can check a lot of data on Instagram influencers before you pick them. What's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video. This video is gonna be short and simple and straight to the point. It's gonna work so phenomenal. So I've been posting a lot more about Instagram influencers the last couple of weeks, simply just because I totally believe it's one of the best ways you can go about marketing when starting out with dropshipping. Whereas Facebook is something I would rather go on after I've tested on Instagram, figure out what products works, proof of concept, and once I have that proof of concept, then take it over to Facebook and start building it up there because I already know it's gonna work somehow, right? But how do we actually find these Instagram influencers so we can promote our product? So this video is going to be about actually removing away from the Instagram platform and get to a website, a company, service, agency that's actually going to show you a bunch of Instagram influencers and show you their numbers. And those numbers are going to be, well, number one, of course, like how many followers they got, and then it's going to show exactly the engagement rate, exactly on average how many likes, how many comments they get. Now, I actually don't recommend doing it through that platform, but what I would recommend is once you've found them, and if they're not too big, between 50 to 500,000 followers, then go on back to the Instagram platform, actually find them there and start the conversation and see if you guys can figure something out. So instead of using these as a direct way into the influencer, we're gonna go through a different party, right? I would much rather go directly to the influencer, but use these platforms to know exactly about all of these Instagram. Right before we go too much into depth, go down below, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I know you guys are in a lot of different time zones, so I want to make sure you actually watch this video because they are going to be extremely helpful for your dropshipping business. Also, leave a like if you want to. It takes 1 second. That's all I'm asking for making this video, just one like. I think that's a fair price. So other than that, guys, let's jump straight into it. I can't wait. What's up guys, and welcome to my phone. So first and foremost, this is the platform that I want to not promote, that I want to talk about today. I'm in no way, shape or form being paid by these guys or have an affiliate link for these guys at all. This was simply the page that my client Igor sent to me. I didn't even know about it actually, because I usually do the old school method, and when I use services, I just use like flanks.com, which will also be down below. I'm not affiliated with them either, where you can just check the engagement rate. So that's usually how I use it, but that's also just because I have a pretty good experience when it comes to Instagram influencers, so I kind of like know where to be. So this. But this like software, this page is great if you're new to it, because then you want to see more analytics, you want to see more demo, like just see more of it, because you maybe don't have the instinct for it, if that makes sense. So only want to be talking quickly about this one. It's not going to take too long at all. I just want to show you the real quick methods how to use it. This will maybe only take a minute to show you, but yeah, I just think this is such an awesome platform and page to use when you are new. So first and foremost, shout out to Igor, and now let's get into it. So this is the front page, influence.co. They're showing. We also have some text here, like meet some of our amazing community members. You can already pick some here. So they're just showing you some examples, but usually when you go to this page, you have an idea what to sell. So let's say right now that you have dog clothing you want to sell, right? So you go up here, tap the bar. You tap on influencers. So these are the recommended these have. So for example, you can take this guy right here. Boom. So you can see some data on him. But for, let's say right now, again, we want to go specific. So that we go up to the search bar, you can see it says, now you can search up here top. You can search for influencers, businesses, advanced, Amazon influencer shops, collaborations, all that stuff. So that's actually pretty awesome. But right now we're just going to search for influencers. And you see you have a lot of stuff you can pick here. So you can pick the location. That could be, let's say you actually have an in-house or like products that you're going to ship yourself, then location might will want to be in that country you're in or that specific area that you're in, right? Yeah, so first category, again, let's say we're selling dog clothing. We got that right there. And then let's say Instagram follower count, you can just make this large if you want to, but I've always suggested between 50,000 to 500,000. That way it's not going to be too expensive for you guys, but you're still going to get something out of it. And let's just tap search. Boom, see all these things we got here. So let us see. Let's just take from the beginning of. So you can see kind of like the tags and the niches this is in for, like animals, dog, pets, pet apparel, dog clothing, all that stuff. You can see the names. You can actually also see where they're located. And right down here at the bottom, you can see right there, you can see how many followers they actually got. So that's a quick, good initiative of where we actually lay. So let's say we got this one here. Coco and Chili the Mini Ducksies. Funny name. So they're from California. They have 200,000 followers. So let's click on them, view this profile, jump over to another page, and here we are. So they have a reach of 200,000 reach. Yeah, that should be their followers. I don't know if that's just reach. So the first thing we see here are, well, first and foremost, you can contact them, which is one of the best things about this, because if you run as a business and a bigger business dropshipping store that's running a lot on Instagram influencers, that's mainly what you do, and it's just not enough to get one influencer, 2, 3, 4 influencers a week. You actually want to set this up because that's the way you get consistent. Well, this is where you can easily contact them instead of being on the Instagram app, going from influencer to influencer. So this is kind of like what I've been talking about before. So the first thing you see is Instagram stats. So they have a 4.5 engagement rate. I would actually like that to be higher. I usually like to go above 5, and sometimes you can get above 10. But you know, it is what it is. And you can see a likes. That's most of it, the comments. What I like to do to the best of my abilities is to get the comment section. That you will always have more likes than comments, obviously. But if you can get like the green comments to be, the bigger the better, because that means people are actually really engaging and interacting with this influence in this page. Because what you always have to think about, unless your ads really just awesome and fun to look at, ads usually of course get less engagement, meaning that they will still have more likes and comments, but that means that a lot of them are not going to have many comments, if any. Depends on how good the influencer is. So the more comments each influencer have, meaning that the more comments your post is going to be, meaning the more engagement is going to happen. So I like to get the comment section a bit more up. So you can see here 4.1 likes, 4.1 thousand likes per post, and only 49 comments. Of course, it's still good, but if you want to see where to find me, you can check the Google, the Instagram, Twitter, Amazon, Snapchat, which is also important. Again, this is the awesome part. You can contact them here and say, hey, listen, I want actually to get a post up on Snapchat, because Snapchat is doing absolutely amazing right now. You've also got YouTube, you got the bio. I'm not going to read that right now, but you can actually go in and you can read upon this. You can see how many followers they got on their respected platforms. You can actually see, for example, this is awesome to know, because we didn't know this going in. I was just expecting it to be Instagram. We are best known on Facebook. You can see the ad name with over 105,000 followers. We also on Instagram with 73,000 followers. So this is a platform where you can actually check all of them, right? How are they doing on all platforms? Some of them are only on Instagram, so they only show the Instagram numbers, of course. So that would be something. I wasn't actually aware of that, but that would be something you have to be aware of. Where does this engagement come from, right? Because if there's more engagement on Facebook and Instagram are actually not doing that good, of course you don't want to order at them, because you are only going to do Instagram here. And then we can see the demographics. When it says demographics is female, actually I'm pretty sure it's mainly the person who's running it. And now this is the awesome part. And they also have a website. This is the awesome part. Posts starting at $200. Now this is actually pretty damn expensive. A lot of these guys, but I also think they're doing good. You can see, yeah, this is the awesome part. It says here, Instagram posts where I promoted the business you see below. So these are businesses that this Instagram have promoted about. So you can go ahead, you can see like what products have done well. Like that's absolutely, like you should know how absolutely insane that is. And they can publish straight up onto Instagram. You can check them out. Yeah, it's just amazing. But this, for example, this page right here, I wouldn't necessarily go with this, because these are 2 specific dogs they're posting about, I believe. So maybe that won't be the best option. But yeah, this is also just an example. So I think that's it, guys. Just go to this dropshipping.co site if you want to. There's also other pages out there as I mentioned, but I think this one is pretty good. I'll leave the link in the description. Search up the category you're in, search up the amount of followers you're kind of like going for in terms of also the pricing. You can go in, you can check their stats, make sure to check how much of it is on Instagram, and you can always click on the Instagram and actually check it out. See, they nearly have 100,000 followers. Well, that's actually pretty good. Again, I don't think like the engagement is the best in the world, but you can go in here, you can check the average likes, average comments, and most important, their pricing. Most of these prices though are between 20 and 60 bucks. This is just a more expensive one, but I think that's because these dogs are more personally branded. If it was just a store, we'll see if we can find it here. If it was just a store about, you know, just dogs in general, they have a lot about actually branding their dogs. Let me see here. So we got a man's best pal. I don't think that's just about one dog. Engagement rate already better. See, post starting at 10 bucks. Let me see the Instagram. They have, yeah, see, now we're talking, right? But these pages are also less expensive, simply just because it's not a personal branded one. So I think this is it for now. Right now, guys, I'm going to jump back over to the camera. I'm going to say goodbye and tell you our last few points. Guys, I really hope you liked those previous recordings. As you can see, there's a lot of information you can actually gather, and hoping that some of you guys will actually take this into use, because it will help you out a ton. And now let's get out there and set these Instagram influence pages shout outs up, so we can get out there and start making some sales and some revenue, because trust me, it's gonna come someday if you keep going at it. So before I'm gonna end this video, go down below. If you want to work with me or just have the chance to work with me, schedule a call with me. We're gonna have a free strategy call where we're gonna talk about the possibilities of us working together. It is not a coaching call, just for your information. And down below, my Instagram is going to be there as well if you want to join me up. My dropshipping course is going to be there as well. Everything's simply going to be down there. Hope you're doing great, and go out there and be great. See ya.